Hello guys, and here in this class we are going to discuss about the anatomy of ulnar nerve. So the ulnar nerve is often referred as the nerve of the hand, or we can also call it as the musician nerve, because it innervates the vast majority of the intrinsic muscle of the hand. So if we talk about the origin of the nerve, the ulnar nerve originates as the terminal branch of the medial cord of the brachial plexus, and it is derived from the anterior ramus, C8 and T1 spinal nerve with a variable contribution from C7. Now let us talk about the cause of the nerve as well as its distribution. First, let us discuss about the cause and distribution of the ulnar nerve in the arm. So in the arm, the ulnar nerve runs medial to the axillary artery and subsequently the brachial artery, all the coracobrachialis muscle in the anterior compartment of the arm, and it descends down along the medial aspect of the arm, that is medial to the biceps brachii and medial to the brachialis muscle. So here in the middle of the arm, the ulnar nerve pierces the medial intermuscular septum and heads posteriorly where it lies closely proximately to the humerus and to the medial head of the triceps brachii muscle and the tendon that is in the lower part of the arm. For example, in 70 to 80% of the individuals, the ulnar nerve passes under the arcade of Stethers. So, what is the arcade of Stethers? Here, it is a aponeurotic band that extends from medial head of the triceps to the medial intermuscular septum, and it is located approximately 8 cm above the elbow. When the nerve enters the posterior compartment of the arm, it runs along with superior ulnar collateral artery. Further on, it runs between the medial head of the triceps brachii muscle and passes posterior to the medial epicondyle of the humerus in the superficial condyle or groove, which is often referred as cubital tunnel. So what is a cubital tunnel here? The cubital tunnel is a space through which the ulnar nerve passes posterior to the medial epicondyle of the humerus. This is what the cause of the ulnar nerve in the arm. Did we discuss about the distribution of the ulnar nerve in the arm? No, because it has no motor or sensory branches in the arm. So remember, ulnar nerve doesn't give any of the motor or sensory branches in the arm. So next, let's discuss about the cause and distribution of the ulnar nerve in the forearm. So we know that it enters into the cubital tunnel. From there, it should enter the forearm, right? So it enters the forearm by passing the cubital tunnel through the two head of flexor carpi ulnaris muscle, and the descends down the forearm that is superficial to the flexor digitorum profundus muscle. And in the upper part of the forearm, the ulnar nerve is covered by the flexor carpi ulnaris, and in the lower part of the forearm, it is only covered by fascia and the skin and lies lateral to the flexor carpi ulnaris, and the ulnar artery lies lateral to the root of the nerve. And in the forearm, it gives off branch to the elbow joint. Now let us talk about the muscular branches. So it gives off two muscular branches, one branch to the flexor carpi ulnaris and the other one is the medial half of the flexor digitorum profundus. Now let us talk about the cause and distribution in the hand. So from the forearm, the nerve should enter into the hand. So the ulnar nerve enters the hand, that is superficial to the flexor retinaculum and inside the Dennis canal. So what I am trying to say that here Guyon's canal is located superior or superficial to the flexor retinaculum. There is also a branch named dorsal cutaneous branch which supplies the sensation to the back of the ulnar 1.5 digit. Once the nerve enters into the hand, it divides into superficial as well as a deep branch at the level of pisiform bone. In deep branch, first pierces and innervate the opponent digiti minimi muscle and and then gives off a branch to the remaining hypothenar muscle just after emerging from the Guyon's canal. In superficial branch, supplies the cutaneous border of the palm and then divides into two digital branch. This two digital branch innervates the volar surface of the fifth and ulnar half of the fourth digit. I think you guys have understood. So in deep branch, first pierces and innervates the opponent digiti minimi muscle and then given off a branch to a remaining hypothenar muscle just after emerging from the Guyon's canal. In superficial branch, supplies the cutaneous border of the palm and then divides into two digital branch. This two digital branch innervates the volar surface of the fifth and the ulnar nerve of the ulnar half of the fourth digit. So in this figure you can see these are the ulnar innervated muscles. In forearm, flexor carpi ulnaris, flexor digitorum profundus, and in thenar, hypothenar muscles, adductor pollicis, flexor pollicis brevis. In fingers, palmar introitius, dorsal introitius, third and fourth lumbricals, digiti minimi, abductor digiti minimi, opponent's digiti minimi, flexor digiti minimi. So next we can discuss about clinical anatomy or applied anatomy. So first one, cubital tunnel syndrome. So what is the cubital tunnel syndrome? We know about the cubital tunnel, right? This occurs when the nerve is compressed, typically at the elbow or maybe at the wrist. It may be because of the leaning of the elbow or maybe due to the prolonged elbow flexion due to the various type of occupational activities like leaning on the desk or the elbow, or maybe because of the athletic activities, or maybe because of the surgical procedure. So here you can see the figure. This is the cubital tunnel. So it may occur because of the leaning of the elbow, or maybe due to the prolonged elbow flexion, or maybe due to the occupational activities like leaning on the desk or the elbow, or maybe because of athletic activities or because of surgical procedure. So next we can talk about Guyon's canal syndrome. So in Guyon's canal syndrome, it occurs because of the compression of the ulnar nerve at the wrist is referred as ulnar tunnel syndrome. The cause most often will be idiopathic or may be associated with cycling problem causing by the direct pressure from the handlebars or maybe by the masses with the ganglion in the most common cause of the responsible for the compression of the nerve. So here you can see in the figure ganglion canal. So this occurs due to the idiopathic or may be associated with the cycling problem caused by the direct pressure from the handlebars or maybe by the masses with the ganglion in the most common symptom present in the nerve. So it may occur due to direct pressure in the handlebar or maybe due to ganglion. So by this we completed the detailed anatomy of ulnar nerve. Thank you.